Is your father working? And I told him, I said, I'm so worried about my father. And he said, where is he working? He marks it down, his name, he marks it down. He said, where would you like him to work? And I already prepared a place which was the easiest job in the factory. I said, he would be so good on this job. He said, okay. He called the guard. He says, take her back. Within 1 hour, he sent a special guard to pick my father up from one job and send him to another. Well, the whole camp buzzed. How did you do it? Who did you bribe? Who did you sleep with? I said, didn't sleep with anybody, didn't bribe anybody, had nothing to bribe with. And I said, I just asked him a favor. To this day, they never believed me. My father is then fine on the job. My sister is fine. We are in this factory in Pionki. I can't remember how long, maybe a year. And we are shoved out into a train again. And we travel, and we're still in Poland because the factory was in Poland. And somebody bangs on our wagon door and says in Polish, escape if you can, you're on the way to Auschwitz. And I said, first of all, you couldn't escape, and second, we didn't know what Auschwitz meant. We never heard of it. So we are in this wagon, and the wagon keeps moving, and we arrive in Auschwitz. Arriving in Auschwitz is like arriving on a different planet. We arrived, all of us immediately separated, men from women. This was sad to say. Last time I saw my father, because he did not survive, he was killed. So I am now with my sister, and we are the two of us, and we stand in line, and girls run up to us and say to us, you see the smoke coming from the distance? Those are gas chambers. And I suddenly remembered what the guy told me when my mom went, and I couldn't believe it. I'm in such a shock there. And they put us in a row, first to take a shower, and we came out okay, and we got the striped clothing as you have seen in movies, and we again was put in a row to get the number. What do you do with a number?
Tattoo.
You know.
Tattoo.
Right. And so I have a number now, and then they send us, of course, to cut hair. I had longish hair like yours, and I figured they all cut it short, very short. And a Jewish girl was from the camp, a Jewish inmate was cutting the hair. And she said to me, you look like maybe you smuggled something. And I said, you know, and if I did, I wouldn't give it to you. I don't know which way I said it, I can't remember, but she got mad at me, and she took her and she shaved my head. It wasn't the number, and it wasn't the outfit, it was the shaved hair. And I look at it from the distance, the smoke. I said, I don't want to live in such environment. I'll probably never make it anyway. And we were told, if you come within 10 feet from the barbed wire fence, you are going to be electrocuted. I ran to the fence. My sister screaming, and some people ran after me, pulled me back. I wasn't in Auschwitz more than 1 week, 8 days, where they shoved me again to work in another factory. we went to the other factory. It was already 1944. You figure out I was 1939 when we were occupied, year and a half in the ghetto, and a year, and then the farm, and then another workplace. And so we're already in 1944, and I am in another camp, another labor camp. They chose a lot of girls to very hard labor, and before long they found out about my knowledge of German language, and they put me to work first in the factory on one job, and I wound up as a private secretary to the purchasing agent, and I even answered the phone when it rang. My boss said, who was my boss? I am alone in the room with him. It's scary. Who was the boss? Also a drafted soldier. And he is so scared to be close to me, because if a German soldier in those days had anything to do with a Jewish girl, it's death on the spot. So they are scared. God forbid somebody will accuse him of touching me or doing anything. He was very gentle, and he taught me what to do, and he was very, very patient, and I am working in the office. And I watched him sometimes having a sandwich. What was the worst thing in those days? The worst thing was hunger, because they gave us Jews a piece of bread and soup once in 24 hours. So it's hunger that was so. There was a film, I don't know if any of you saw it. It was called The Pianist, and somebody, played this inmate that was so hungry. And I'm sitting, I saw this movie, I'm holding my stomach, remembering the hunger pains I had in that work camp.